What made Kevin Costner wait until 70 to reveal the profound truth about Robert Redford? Why did Hollywood's legendary actor describe Redford as more than just a mentor, calling him the kind of artist who showed me what it really meant to take risks? And what secret conversation during the making of A River Runs Through It changed Costner's entire perspective on fatherhood and filmmaking? Stay with us as we uncover the remarkable bond between these two giants of cinema. Kevin Michael Costner was born on January 18, 1955, in Linwood, California, into a working-class family that would shape his grounded approach to stardom. His father, William Costner, worked as an electrician and utility executive, while his mother, Sharon Ray, dedicated herself to welfare work. As the youngest of three boys, Kevin's childhood was marked by constant relocations due to his father's career, teaching him adaptability and resilience, qualities that would become hallmarks of his acting style. Initially, Costner had no Hollywood dreams. He studied marketing and finance at California State University, Fullerton, planning for a conventional business career. But fate intervened during his final college years when a chance encounter with actor Richard Burton on a flight ignited an unstoppable passion for acting. Inspired by that pivotal moment, Costner threw himself into acting classes and small theater productions while juggling odd jobs to survive. His path to stardom wasn't a meteoric rise. It was a slow burn fueled by persistence. Director Lawrence Kasdan gave him his first major break by casting him in The Big Chill, 1983, though his scenes were ultimately cut. But Kasdan remembered Costner's natural charisma and later cast him in Silverado, 1985, finally bringing him the recognition he deserved. This launched a golden era throughout the late 1980s and early 1990s with unforgettable performances in The Untouchables, 1987, Bull Durham, 1988, and Field of Dreams, 1989. Costner didn't just act in Dances with Wolves, 1990. He directed, produced, and poured his soul into it when many in Hollywood doubted the project. The gamble paid off spectacularly, earning 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. The film's empathetic portrayal of Native American culture set a new Hollywood standard and cemented Costner's legacy as a visionary filmmaker. The 1990s saw Costner dominate box offices with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, 1991, JFK, 1991, The Bodyguard, 1992, and Wyatt Earp, 1994. The Bodyguard, pairing him with Whitney Houston, became an international phenomenon, with its soundtrack featuring I Will Always Love You becoming one of the best-selling albums ever. Beyond acting, Costner is also a talented musician, leading the country rock band Kevin Costner and Modern West, which has toured internationally. Costner's personal life has been equally rich. His first marriage to Cindy Silva, his college sweetheart from California State University, Fullerton, began in 1978, long before fame found him. Cindy served as a grounding force during his uncertain early years, and together they raised 3 children, Annie, Lily, and Joe. But as Kevin's fame exploded, the demands of celebrity life strained their relationship. They divorced in 1994 after 16 years together in a highly publicized separation, costing a reported $80 million settlement. A decade later, Costner found love again with Christine Baumgartner, a model and handbag designer nearly 20 years his junior. After initially meeting in the 1990s and a brief breakup over disagreements about having children, they reconciled and married in September 2004 at Costner's ranch in Aspen, Colorado. Together they welcomed 3 children, Caden, Hayes, and Grace, bringing Kevin's total to 7 children. For nearly 2 decades, they appeared inseparable, but their marriage unexpectedly ended in 2024, with sources suggesting Costner's demanding schedule and passion projects like Horizon and American Saga contributed to the strain. Now here's the revelation that changes everything. At 70, Kevin Costner finally opened up about Robert Redford, the Hollywood legend who profoundly influenced his entire career. For years, fans speculated about their relationship, but Costner's recent reflections revealed the depth of their connection. Robert wasn't just someone I looked up to, he was the kind of artist who showed me what it really meant to take risks, Costner explained in an emotional interview. He had this quiet intensity, a presence that didn't demand attention, but naturally drew you in. Watching him made me realize that storytelling wasn't just about acting, it was about purpose. When Redford directed Ordinary People, Costner felt inspired to pursue his own directorial ambitions. I remember thinking, that's what I want to do someday, to tell stories that matter, Costner recalled. He showed me that you could be an actor and still have a voice that shaped the bigger picture. Their connection deepened when Redford approached Costner about starring in A River Runs Through It in the early 1990s. Though the role eventually went to Brad Pitt, the conversations between Redford and Costner during that time proved transformative. Robert told me that it wasn't just about fishing or Montana, it was about fathers and sons, about the things men struggle to say to one another, Costner shared. That stayed with me for years. It reminded me of my own relationship with my father. Their friendship wasn't built on Hollywood glamour, but on shared values. Both men prefer nature's quiet beauty to Los Angeles glitz. Redford, founder of the Sundance Institute, and Costner, who built his own Colorado ranch, share a profound connection to the American landscape. Costner also admired Redford's moral courage. He never sold out, Costner stated firmly. In a business that often rewards compromise, Robert stood for something. He believed in independent film and giving new voices a chance. That kind of integrity is rare. Even decades later, Redford's influence permeates everything Costner does. When I direct, I still hear Robert's voice in my head, calm, thoughtful, always reminding me to slow down and find the truth in the scene, Costner reflected. He never told me what to do, but somehow he made me see things more clearly. Their bond represents something rare in Hollywood, mutual respect without rivalry. People love to pit actors against each other, but with Robert, there was never competition, Costner said. We were just two guys trying to tell stories that meant something. As Costner approaches his career's later chapters, he sees Redford not just as a mentor, but as a symbol of what artists should strive to be, authentic, compassionate, and fearless. I owe a lot to him, Costner admitted softly. If I've ever made a film that touched someone, that made them stop and feel something real, it's because men like Robert Redford showed me how it's done. For Kevin Costner, the truth about Robert Redford is both simple and profound. He was never just a Hollywood legend. He was a teacher, a trailblazer, and a friend who helped shape the man I became. Robert taught me that success isn't about fame. It's about living with integrity, standing by your work, and never forgetting why you fell in love with storytelling in the first place. At 70, Costner's words carry the weight of hard-earned experience, a heartfelt tribute to a friendship that transcended time, fame, and Hollywood's bright lights, built instead on respect, shared vision, and an enduring love for the craft that defined them both.